Yo, what's up, Premium Chasers? A bit of an emergency meeting here today. Palantir has absolutely fallen off a cliff after the CEO has announced that he's selling over $1 billion worth of his shares. So we're going to be going over the shoulder, looking at some of the technicals, potential setups for this, what I'm looking for as potential entries for this stock. So let's go over the shoulder. All right, guys. Now, before we get going on Palantir here, really rough day. I want to let you guys know one lucky commenter down below will win a free option strategy call with me where we can talk all things options. But guys, big news coming out about Palantir. It's getting absolutely hammered right now. We're going to get into the technicals. We're going to see if there's any potential setups in the future and some ideas around Palantir. But guys, some of this news that really dropped yesterday was Palantir CEO Alex Karp selling about $1.2 billion worth of company stocks. And, this isn't, listen, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? This is not necessarily a bad thing, but usually when you see a company CEO starting to take profits, that means that we're at the top. And, we could see that with the share price, right? We could see the share price just down about 10% just today. I mean, we hit down 96. Saw resistance at 96 there. I mean, we're just getting absolutely hammered. 13% this week. I mean, when this news really kind of like dropped, you could see, it's been falling off basically two cliffs right here. So, it's interesting because if you follow Palantir, I do recommend, if like any of your companies that you guys, get into or whatever you do, make sure you're heavily following, people on X around them and stuff. Like you'll see a lot of Palantir execs and shareholders haven't been buying, right? Like they haven't been buying. They've just been holding, right? So I do expect like this to be like the first of many people that are going to start offloading their stocks. And guys, like I've said many times, especially on our premium plays that release every single Saturday where I share different ideas for the week, is this company is ridiculously overvalued. If people on X and stuff are telling you differently, like, sure, if you truly believe in the stock and you can actually back it up and why, like, okay, own it. But like, to me, you could see the sentiment is how quickly it has shifted on Palantir, right? So like, if you loved it around 100 or 120, whatever, you should be absolutely loving it right now, which absolutely, that is your own decision, right? But 600x earnings, guys. 600x earnings? Come on now. Like, we needed a pullback. We need to come back to reality here. And we still got rooms to go, I believe. I think even if we do bounce back, I do think we're going to see a very strong correction to reality here, right? So, looking at Palantir's chart, I'm just using Yahoo Finance here, and I'm going to go over to the chart here, and I'm really just like, if here's just some basic chart analysis that I like to do. I have my Bollinger Bands on here, which basically tells you the deviation of where a stock is likely to trade in. You could see, look at this gap, man. Like, this is insanity, right? The top of the Bollinger Band, 129, 49 for the bottom Bollinger Band. Our 30-day moving average here, which is the middle Bollinger Band, around 89. I mean, come on. That is insanity. That is absolute insanity, right? And we could see Palantir being traded right now, right in this middle. So, like, guys, like, this is most likely gonna like come back down to reality, like in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, just dude on internet. I could see this coming back towards the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and if it does, right, and you really love this stock, I mean, you should be loading up if you truly believe in the stock, in any stock at that point, right? Because there's going to be very, very juicy cash secured put premiums. What I found here. And I'm very interested how the rest of this week plays out, guys. I'm very interested. I'm not really doing much with Palantir right now. I'm just kind of hanging out, watching the ride here, bro. Like, I said cover calls. I was saying cover calls last week. I was screaming cover calls, right? Collect those premiums. But look at this. Even with the RSI, right? The RSI off a cliff a bit here, but we are still at 52. right? So it's like I'm very interested to see this, and I think even if you're like a beginner trader and you're not really doing anything, you're not doing options on Palantir at all, I think you should definitely still be watching this, because I think this is a fantastic learning experience. Just watch this whole thing play out with Palantir, because you see this all of the time. You always see these hyped up stocks, huge momentum, and then just they come back down to reality, right? So what is reality for Palantir? Well, I don't know, right? I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't. Me personally, like when I'm doing my cash secured puts, I like to be towards that 200-day moving average, right? And we could see this is my 200-day moving average line right here that you're seeing. It's around 47.47. I think we'll be around there. I like, if I had to bet, I think we have a better chance of getting back down towards our 200-day moving average than like going to 200. Again, I might eat my own words. I don't, whatever. Like I'm all fine with that, right? Like this is just one man's opinion. I just know long term fundamentals win. Long-term fundamentals win. And I've said it before. I love Palantir. I think this is a great company. But the problem is that so much retail, so much hype, so much FOMO money has gone into this that it's turned it into a bubble. And that sucks, right? There's nothing worse that I've seen, especially seeing so many great companies just shoot up, skyrocket, and then just the sentiment just completely shifts on them, right? That I would hate to see that for Palantir. I really would, because it's a great company just caught up in a crazy hype bubble, right? And then obviously you're seeing like the CEO selling at basically at the top, right? Because even he knows, right? Like that's insane. So again, for me, if I'm looking for cash secured put entries, I'm waiting until this at least towards this bottom of the Bollinger Band, maybe even like at 75 or stuff. I mean, they're already juicy. I mean, let's go just take a look. I mean, guys, these are juiced up premiums, man. But again, risk, right? There's a lot more risk here, so do your due diligence here, guys. So if I just go out to like, let's just do 36 days out here, and I just go look at some of these puts, holy gosh, like, look at these things, man. This is berserk. Look at this, $85 $85 puts. Let's see what even our deltas are looking like. It's 17. That's actually higher than I expected. About 18% chance of being 18% chance of Palantir actually hitting $85 and you being assigned, but you're collecting $244 in premium. So if you don't know, guys, welcome to the channel. All I do is talk about selling options here. I like to consider options buyers my checkbook. Really, they write us option sellers checks, right? So we're collecting the premium that they like to pay to the market as gamblers or the house or the casino. So if you like this sort of stuff, you like selling options, you want to join our amazing community of people, make sure to subscribe to the channel. This is all we talk about all day. And then also, guys, I will leave a link. I just announced this that I'm trying to consolidate us all because our community has been growing so fast and it's amazing. But some of you guys don't use YouTube. Some of you are only on TikTok. Some of you don't use Facebook, where I'm really engaged with everybody. I have a newsletter that I'm doing on Sundays. Don't worry, nothing to pitch you. It just, I'm putting all of my trade ideas out there. So I'll send you one email a week on Sundays around like 4 p.m. is my plan, with all of my ideas and stuff for the week. So if you want to be that link will be in the description, along with like playlists for beginners and stuff like that. So please take a look, do yourself a favor, especially if you're getting into selling options. The last thing I want to see is you lose money by not educating yourself. The one little misclick doing a buy, you're gonna end up posting on Reddit saying you got a blown portfolio. We don't do that here. We don't do blown portfolios here, right? We take calculated risk. Hey, you know what? I'd rather get rich a little bit slower, right? Than doing gambles. But besides the fact, so like, these are, I mean, they're juiced up premiums, guys. What else is there to say? Me personally, I'm staying away right now. I'm watching though. If I see something, even if I see this thing go down to 75 and stuff, you know what? Those cash secured puts might start looking real juicy at that point, right? But it does appear like today we did hit that resistance around like that 96 level. I'm curious to see if we're gonna, what we're gonna see after that. It seems like we're just kind of like right around that 100 mark right now. We hit 101 and kind of like going trading around $100 right now. So we'll see how the rest of it, how the rest of of this week goes. But keep an eye out, guys. Right, keep an eye out. If trading companies you believe in, don't get caught up in hype. Don't get caught up in FOMO. Fundamentals work in the long term. Like, I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. Fundamentals always win in the long term. And I'm such a strong believer in that, guys. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe for your chance to win a free option strategy call with me, and check all of those free links down below in the description of today's video. And guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I will see you guys tomorrow.